the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they were undefeated against this squad last season, going 3-0. We'll see if they can continue that dominance. Already in this new year, we've seen several teams establish themselves as frontrunners. Shaq, how hard will it be for them to keep up the momentum?
Ernie, it's a long season. Injuries, trades, anything can happen. One more long. You just got to take care of your business. The rest takes care of itself.
Well, you know what? Every team does hit a rough patch in a long season. So how you respond is ultimately how you dictate your success.
Wow, Kenny, so.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game against the Timberwolves.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3, the small forward. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean, you rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Bulls on D.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win, so we'll see how they handle things tonight.
Now, here's Butler. A 20-point game for him in the win against Minnesota. Here's Silk, defended by Butler. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Griffin.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Rose with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Tries from 16 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Rain Man. Good on the 13-footer. Rain Man's got his first bucket of the night. Outside Rose. He dishes it to Gasol. Pass to Butler. And Griffin sends it back. Silk passes to Rain Man. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
Rain Man. Taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Rose kicks to Butler. The layup missed.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game. Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Gibson the screen. Rose kicks to Butler. To the inside, Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Bulls trail by 4. Outside Rose. The feed to Gasol. Fade away. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
His shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Inside. And the basket by Blake.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I briefly spoke with the home team's head coach. One player he said he's worried about in this game is Pau Gasol. He said with his length and touch, it's really hard to bother that shot. They're going to try to be physical with him, body him up early, and deny him position. And guys, that's what a lot of teams try with Gasol. Force him to really battle through contact. We'll see how it works.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Now here's Rose. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Butler dishes to Gasol. Just 5 to shoot. That's good.
Assistant, Jimmy Butler.
And the home team has possession. 4-point game. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, you know, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Yeah, that's a good call, Greg. I mean, there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT, and that can happen after you expend so much energy just to force the overtime.
The rebound by Blake.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
McDermott with a steal. Outside Butler. Pass to Rose. Back to Butler. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Clock at 6. Gibson the screen. Off the screen. Gasol with another miss.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Bulls trail by 4. Feeds it to Butler. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for McDermott. Gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And there's the pass to Garbage Man. He kicks it to Blake. And he banks in the layup. Blake's got his second bucket tonight.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Outside Rose. Noah the screen. Rose passes to Butler. They set the screen. Passes it to Portis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
This is his first free throw of the game. No good on the free throw. The captain's checked in for Shake and Bake. And a change for the Bulls. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Butler. And he sinks the second.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Garbage man. It's deflected. Moore outside. Pass to Portis. Back to Moore. Dishes it to Mirotic. 11 feet away. Can't get it to go. Gone 6 of 13 from the field. Just under the 50% mark. Over to the left wing. Here is Garbage Man, covered by Noah. Misses the step-back jump shot. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
He hits the second from the line. Bulls trail by 4. Moore outside. Noah the screen, and Moore kicks to Rose. There's the screen. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
Now, here's Walker. Stolen by Rose. He feeds it to Mirotic from the arc. It's hauled in by Brown.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Walker's shot is off.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Bulls trail by 3. Mirotic dishes to Moore. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
The screen from Brown. Here's Garbage Man. Can't get it to go. Great defense that time from Noah. Here's Mirotic. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allows the defender to recover and contest that shot.
The Bulls shooting just about an even 40% to start. Outside Rose. Count that one. And the Bulls lead by 1.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
1:11 left in the first quarter. Here's Easy Breezy, the screen from Brown. The screen from Brown. They set the pick. No one covering. Shorty's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't